Hello and welcome to yet another Death by Gaming in-house 5v5 mix-up scrim. Here today, casting for you, it is I, Comrade Kilbrasa, and my partner in crime, Sky Puma. Say hello to the nice folks. Sky Puma.
How you guys doing? How you doing today, comrade?
I am feeling just perfectly ready to cast some excellent Death by Gaming League of Legends. We've already got a lot of bans coming down. So we've got Blue Team. We'll go through their roster first. Blue Team with Sirius Alpaca, the pentakill hero of last game, along with Mickle, M-Board 888, Silent Knight, and Noitator. Opposite the Purple Team, Kung Pao, Kush Super Puppy, Multi, Easy, C, and Opico.
Quite a mouthful there.
It is quite a mouthful. The names these people come up with continue to amaze me. So, band champions, Blue Side banning Cassidy and Fiddlesticks and Shirvana. That's the same set of bans they went with last time. I believe Alpaca was banning for them then too. Band champions for their opponents, Shaco, Lucian, and Nasus. Alpaca then proceeded to lock in Fizz, while Super Puppy going with Lee Sin. We know is M-Board 888's favorite champion.
I haven't seen too much play from Super Puppy. He didn't quite shine too much on the Darius. He made some plays late game with his hooks, but other than that, I wasn't too impressed.
He did seem to have his hands full with that very serious, not a llama, in that top lane. Lulu going over to Kung Pao Kush, as Intectel is no longer... Well, neither support from last game is still playing. Solanum Outbreak and Intectel both taking breaks from this game. So...
I like the Lulu pickup, though, for a Fizz.
Get to see something else here.
Because when a Fizz comes in, he can get polymorphed immediately by Lulu. And that stops a lot of his burst damage. He can burst it down.
Next thing you know, it's tough to play full Trickster out when you're an adorable forest creature. Oh, M-Board hovering over Riven. He will now hover over a Renekton, the Lizard Man of Legend, the measurement bar for top lane. Top lane where high jump, Renekton is the bar. You must be able to get over Renekton to win top lane. And Mickle locking in jungle Shen. This is a wrinkle.
Not quite the best jungler. You do have the ultimate at level 6, which is game-changing sometimes, but still not quite a strong ganker, not good clearing times. He's banking on that ultimate to make some plays.
Going to try and make some plays all over the map. Here's Multi and Easy C locking in Jinx and Kale. Oh no, hovering. Let me not get ahead of myself here. But Multi played Lucian last game. Had some problems in lane against Opico, but Opico now on his team. So maybe things will get a little bit better for him this time around. That Kale is getting locked in for Easy C, who we have not seen play yet. But hopefully he's easy on the eyes. Probably playing that mid lane Kale.
If that's a mid or a top lane Kale. Because Kale, both are very good masters for Fizz and Renekton.
Well... we do know that Opico does favor the top lane over many of his other lanes, and so, at least in terms of games played, so I think that will be a mid-Kale, but who knows, Opico also likes to throw us for loops. But Silent Knight, the infamous roaming mid-laner, who we affectionately know as the original Kale of Death by Gaming, now... AD carry playing Caitlyn. Noitator pulling out the infamous unkillable Tarek. The Flying Wind Brothers truly enjoy the Tarek. If for those of you who are not in the know, Noitator and Intectel are brothers, and their last name is Win. So that should clear that up.
He's outrageous.
He's truly outrageous. His brother more so. So we will see where they take this outrageous Gem Knight Opico going to play. I'd have to call it an Opico kind of champion. It just seems like he would be a Singed player when you talk to him, when you listen to the way he talks about League or Hearthstone or just about anything. And Singed gonna be the pick. Looks like I will be right.
No, this is actually a mid lane Singed. Completely.
is totally a mid lane singed, I'm going to be eating my own words and being filled with sadness. But the two teams here are locked in. What are we seeing moving forward into this game with these two teams?
On
Dive
purple
Kuma.
side, we have a lot of dive potential, especially with Lee Sin Lulu combination. They can get in there, knock everyone up once Lee Sin gets in, and Lee Sin can kick his target out, which then Singed, of course, is going to be very annoying late game. He's going to be running around, causing a lot of mass disruption. And then Kale herself, a lot of protection for multi from that Fizz and Renekton. The invulnerability is going to be key in these team fights if they're going to win this, if things start to go south for them. However, on the blue team, a lot of damage coming out with Fizz and Renekton. Renekton's going to be able to bully that top lane early, and if he can get ahead without enough jungle pressure, he's going to control that and make Opiko's life very hard to come back from. The bot lane, I'm giving in favor of Silent and Noitator. They have the targeted lockup and the range on Jinx.
We're going to have to see where this goes moving forward. Of course, Opiko, well, I mean, we're going to see if he can channel his inner Shy. I think the X factor is going to be this jungle Singed, but as we move forward in our spectator delay and into the loading screen, we will be playing some throwback LCS soundtrack music for you guys. You can take a break from listening to our voices. We will get in touch with you soon. We're on the Rift. And here we are back onto the Rift with this Death by Gaming Scrim, and the trinkets are already coming out. I'm pretty sure that we are now past the stage of forgotten trinkets, but requests for a pause are now coming out. Mikkel, I am connected to the game.
I believe he had some connection issues.
Never loaded, but this isn't tournament draft, so there will be no pause. Don't blame the player, blame the player who created the game, I guess would be the appropriate phrase here. But here we go, moving into our, I guess a 4v5 at this point. Our, the two teams coming out, and taking fairly unaggressive stances here. Not a whole lot, although we can see that Opiko has committed the ever timeless error of forgetting to pick up his trinket, and so
there's always one.
He will be going in. There is always one. Some poor guy forgets that we're on the pie patch and doesn't pick up a trinket.
No, we
ultimately
play the waiting game to see when he goes back.
We'll see. He's got. It's already at 2 minutes. He's probably just going to stick around at this point. Not worth losing CS over, and the action now begins in earnest. The Super Pup Blue on Lee Sin, which is a little bit of a wrinkle that we don't always see, but Serious Alpaca and Easy C now duking it out in mid lane as Mikko reconnects. And we'll get to see a Jungle Shen leash for himself.
Yeah, Jungle Shen already.
As Kung Pao Kung Pao Kush taking a lot of damage. Oh my goodness. Oh, the Piltover Peacemaker just wasn't quite enough, and that's a flash burn for Silent Knight to match the flash burned on KPK, and really a bit of an unfortunate circumstance there. Man, have to feel for Silent Knight on that one. Well, I'm bored. Gonna get to prove his top lane skills. That's spelt with a Z, for those of you out there who aren't legit enough to do so. Bot lane looking to keep this pushed for blue side. Serious Alpaca, how do you think he's going to fare in this mid lane now? He's going up against a different player with a different champion versus a different champion.
Well, Kale's going to bully out Fizz very well, especially with the ranged autos.
Ooh.
Speaking of which, there we go.
Speak of the devil and he shall appear, or get immolated by an angel lady.
More or less the same.
And here's the Super Puppy coming in on the top lane. M-Board 888, very low. I may just end up calling him M-Board because
you might want to save yourself the trouble there.
I might actually tie my tongue into a complete knot, as some sort of sailing knot used for tying up canvas sails. If I try to say that quickly.
Bovie knot.
Okay, alright, cool. Well, I'll keep that in mind then. Noitator returning to this bottom lane, a missed glitter lance from Kung Pao Kush, and we can see that Mikkel has managed to clear his red. He is now level 2, so he's not behind, but certainly in terms of jungler presence, not quite on par with the Lee Sin right now. How's his being behind going to affect him?
Well,
do you think?
It's going to take him much longer to hit level 6, which is the key point in the game. He's not going to hit level 6 around 7 minutes, as Super Puppy will. So he's going to have to wait longer for that ultimate. And if Purple Team knows this and plays it right, they're going to be able to time it around those dives.
Well, so far, M-Board winning the CS battle with his mad scientist opponent, despite getting tossed like a Caesar salad repeatedly. As another gank coming in from Super Puppy to no avail, as M-Board showing he's a pretty savvy top laner so far. A lot of jungle pressure on him, but he's playing it pretty chill.
It's a bit surprising, man. Like, Fizz is actually ahead of Kale in CS. Despite Kale having the ability to range harass Fizz and get him out of there, he's picked up more CS than her.
Well, Mikkel hanging around in this mid lane, it looks like, to try and pick up some experience, I think. He's cleared his blue buff now. But here comes the Super Puppy. As their bot lane gets very low for Purple Team. Bot lane looking very beat up. Getting bullied by this Caitlyn Tarek lane, which is, to be honest, quite strong right now.
Both Fizz and Shen are moving down. This could be a dive.
Oh, this could be the dive. Do dive. They're going to do their dodge and Black Sword impression and pick up Kung Pao Kush, not King Pao Kush. And, Multi very low. He gets ignited and he will go down. Easy C taking a taunt from Mikkel and putting out some deeps here. And Super Puppy showing up. Super Puppy trying to jump on a Mikkel. Serious Alpaca picks up the double kill before he gets knocked down by the tower. And Easy C gets the credit for that one. But already, Serious Alpaca making his presence felt.
But it is 6 minutes in the game. They cannot tank towers for that long. You saw that Shen get melted by that second tower on bot lane.
Indeed he was.
Dives have to be quick.
Well, if you're going to do dive, you better do it well. I'll see that Naj and Blacksword not exactly a top-tier Korean team anymore. So... This bottom tower, I think, may go down here. Oh, a flash Q in from Super Puppy, but he's not doing a whole lot of damage. Oh my goodness, the snipe with the electro shot, the zap, and Multi gonna pick up 2 kills there, picking up Mikkel as well. Noiter here will flash away, and Zap just goes after him, but decides it would rather pick a target that wouldn't just be so quite outrageous. A serious Alpaca going in onto Easy C. This is... oh my goodness, the early games are so action-packed, it's hard to keep up with them sometimes. They're just, everybody
Speaking
wants
of that,
to...
they're making him play for Dragon right now.
Yeah, this might be the earliest Dragon we've seen in a couple of days here. As Purple Team circling over, it's Super Puppy very low, but he doesn't care. He's got a smite, he's got 3 people with him. And they're going to take that Dragon down. That's a lot early goal over to them.
I'm not sure if you noticed.
Puppy was on Purple Team last time.
On that play with bot lane, Lee Sin kicked him into the zap with his ultimate. The Dragon Rage kicked him into the zap.
That explains a great deal. That was, I thought that Caitlyn had netted 90 caliber netted into the zap, which would be just kind of pitiful. But
no, Lee Sin
now
just hit 6 at that moment and went in.
Oh, you're making our friend Super Puppy feel pretty good about himself now. If he sees it's a good play out of Super Puppy then. Nice mechanics from him, and a solid single button press coming out from Multi. Pick up that kill.
It's a team game. It's a team game.
It is a team game, and it's all about securing the kills. Serious Alpaca looming around this blue buff. There are 3 people there. He is so aggressive. And in comes Stand United onto Super Puppy, but there's no way to close the gap. And that's a big cooldown bird.
Not quite sure if that was absolutely needed. Multi not level 6, not be able to use that ultimate. I feel like he could have gotten away without it.
Well, Serious Alpaca, we know he's a very aggressive player. We could see it last time and last game, and really interesting to see him on a champion other than Riven. Remember the days he used to play some Darius, and you'd play very aggressive Darius, but Darius has no escape mechanics, so it kind of backfired on him a few times. And seeing him on Riven and Fizz makes you think he's playing on a champ that's a little bit more suited to his strengths. So, vision control, we do already have a deep buy that blue buff from Noitator. And Purple, not with a lot of wards. They're protecting their mid laner. The rest of the map, pretty blind. Pico taking sort of the Darien school of warding, it would seem. Those of you who do not know, Darien of Gambit Gaming is quoted as saying, I don't ward because if they're going to come top, they're going to come top whether I ward or not. And, well...
Not quite sure if I agree with him there.
I think there are a number of people who would disagree with him there, especially after the Evil Geniuses game where Crepo played played Anivia and Froggen played Blitzcrank. So Pico spotted out by Emboard, who does ward. You know, the already seen contrast in playstyle between these two top laners. So Pico trying to dirty farm a little bit, or at least trying to push it up to the tower, but he's just taking a lot of damage from this Renekton. And here is Mikkel. Mikkel coming in for the gank. There's the Insanity Potion and Ghost Pop for Pico. He's going to try and run the opposite direction and kite M-board as far as he can. But here is Easy C here to back him up. This could be very bad for the Lizard Man. But Mikkel is here. Mikkel will taunt. And here's Lee Sin. Super Puppy has arrived. And he will pick up the kill on M-board 888, and Mikkel now in trouble, but Alpaca is here, so Super Puppy may be in more trouble, and he will go down. That's a kill over to Alpaca. A double kill for Alpaca, now on to Easy C, and now they're coming after Opico. Opico could be in trouble. Triple kill over to Sirius Alpaca, just as Silent Knight snipes multi a late Lulu ultimate from Kung Pao Kush, and then another kill. Noitator picking it up. This is an 11-minute ace.
Cross-map ace. That is something you don't see every day in these games.
Ooh, that was...
Especially since the death timers are so short, they had to do it within 15 seconds. They had to kill all 5 members.
Really quite spectacular, really, and what a play. What play from Sirius Alpaca. He's already 5-2. Last game he was 13-5. That gives him a KDA right now of some sort of ridiculous number, probably close to 4.5. Of course, my major was not mathematics, so just me on any numbers game I tried to play with you. So we're seeing Sirius Alpaca and Noitator circling. No, Noitator's going to back off, so Sirius Alpaca going to set a clever trap for the Easy C, and Easy C popping his ultimate. And here comes another Stand United.
Very odd. Definitely some miscommunication there. Mikkel definitely thinking he was going in further with that, popping it to get in there in case maybe someone else came, as they are blind.
Like Lee Sin, who is coming into mid lane to gank the Sirius Alpaca, and he will eat a fish! Oh, the squishy fish.
Oh, he lives!
Eat up. Oh, he lives! Super Puppy picks up the kill, and then Mikkel will cut him down, but my goodness, what a play coming out from Super Puppy. Looks a lot more comfortable on Lee Sin than on Darius, I'll tell you that much.
It was still a bit unnecessary. Multi had the kill in hand there. He did not have to come back in.
This is true. Maybe a little bit too heroic as Opico coming in. He's ready to make some mischief. Mikkel gets tossed into the team, and Easy C will polish him off, burning him down. Silent Knight goes to snipe and has it canceled on him due to lack of vision. I'm going to try and put some damage out. Opico zoning with the sticky glue and still running that Insanity Potion, so he's a lot of health regen, but oh my goodness. Oh, Easy C thought he could get an easy kill. And oh my goodness, this is getting turned around completely. In comes the Super Mega Death Rocket. Kung Pao Kush very low. Here comes the snipe. And down he will go as Silent Knight and the Blue Squad turn this one around on its head.
That was all made by the Dazzle.
Had a great play.
The Dazzle coming out as her stopping kill from just completely obliterating Silent Knight right there.
Yeah, Silent Knight taken so low, and Kale thought it was an easy Q auto attack, and that probably would have been it if it weren't for that Dazzle and it weren't for a nice flash coming out from Silent Knight. Or perhaps it was a net. I believe it was a flash. And then the follow-up, just so much damage coming out of this blue team right now. They're using their power spike quite well, dragging over to them as well. They are now up 4,000 gold and 5 kills.
Purple team definitely did not pay attention to the death timers there. If they had paid attention, they would know Fizz was coming back up and that he would almost be to mid lane.
Well, Let's take a look at some of the items here. We've already got the Sunfire Cape onto M board. His opponent, Opiko, has yet to build a major item, but he has the makings. He has a Tear of the Goddess, and he has the makings of a Rylai's Crystal Scepter. As we do have some exchanging going on in the mid lane. There goes the fish, along with intervention going down, but it's not enough to save Easy C from Serious Alpaca, who is just on a rampage. 8-3-2 now. He has a Lich Bane already. Let's see how much gold he's got stocked up. We're looking at 2,000 gold stocked up in the pocket of Serious Alpaca. Kung Pao Kush pushed off of this tower and sat on Ash.
Did that or get shot. Park. They were definitely trying to see who could get that first.
My goodness. And this is another big game for Serious Alpaca, who's really just, at least KDA-wise, he just seems to be in a class of his own right now. Mikol getting harassed by Multi. Trying to push him off this tower. And Opiko found by Noitator. Noitator decides he doesn't want to play with that, and he will run away. Moving on down the items list, we already have Static Shiv out for Shen. It's sort of a throwback to item Ionic Spark. Rest in peace. And his...
I'm not quite sure how I like that about him. Yes, he is good for the clear time, he is good for the split push, but he has no tankiness whatsoever. And yes, they have a Renekton.
It's a very squishy Shen.
But they're going to need something tankier out of that Shen, especially to dive later in the game.
He's not even building towards Spirit of the Ancient Golem. He has Madred's Razor.
He's building a farm.
And now he's caught out. This is not good for him, and he's just going to get minigunned down. And they're like one of those samurai movies about the turn of the century, or about the turn of the 18th and 19th century when
Ping's coming down by blue team
came to Japan, and Ping's down from blue team. Serious Alpaca, well, he's a bloodthirsty player. We've seen it. He once more he flashes out, goes the fish flash out from Multi, and he's catching up anyway. Serious Alpaca playing ballsy League of Legends. Super Puppy getting caught, and there's the Dazzle, and oh my goodness, so much damage coming down from these two. Kung Pao trying to save a flash from Noitator to block the Mega Death Rock, and he's playing out of his mind right now. But here comes Easy C. He gets taunted and dazzled, and he's taken very low. This could be the end of this KO. Noitator picking up the kill. I'll tell you what, his Taric has been something to watch these days.
And after all that was only one kill coming out on blue team.
Well, still up 7,000 gold at 18 minutes into the game. I would call that a fairly significant margin, as Opiko getting beat up on by M board, and really just seems like they're just getting bullied out of all lanes here. Just not making the plays in lane to keep themselves in this game right now.
I disagree with Lee Sin's build a little bit. He went for Spirit of the Elder Lizard and was looking like into a Brutalizer. He's definitely going for damage, but that's not what they need right now. Lee Sin's inherent damage is so strong that he could build tanky and just be able to dive. It's just something what they need right now. Yes, they have a Singe, but he's going to be split pushing all day. Speaking of that, action in the top lane with M board coming in.
Oh, there's the puppy, Super Puppy. Trying to continue to be a Super Puppy here.
He's definitely coming to the top lane. He wants to put a lot of pressure on M board.
He's been hanging there a lot, and Multi just... Oh my goodness! Oh, jeez. Well, Fizz will go down, picked up by Easy C. Super Puppy getting very low. M board picks up that kill. Oh my goodness, Multi just was he ever there at all?
Fizz was 9-3 at that point. He has the Rabadon's, he got a Lich Bane, he's got a lot of damage.
Oh my goodness, the Rabadon's death cap. Oof. Lots of certainly a 19-minute Rabadon's death cap. This guy. Look at M board. M board not even picking up any damage. He's just Sunfire Cape And Randuin's Omen, he's just going to soak up as much damage as he can. Not even worrying about doing damage.
Or Renekton's one of those champions, the base scaling is so high that once you just build tanky in your cooldown cycle, you're going to be doing a lot of damage.
Good to see. Solid Renekton play out of him. Rylai's Crystal Scepter done on Singe. That means he's going to be putting down constant slow once he runs into the opposing team. Of course, it's only about I believe it's a 10% slow from Rylai's Crystal Scepter on AoE abilities. But, here comes another fish on the multi. Will he disappear again? He will. I'm convinced multi is no longer in this game. We keep seeing mirages, illusions. Super Puppy picks up the kill.
We hear stories that there
onto
once was an AD carry
Alpaca,
for Purple Team. We can't confirm them at this time, but we've heard
we
stories.
cannot confirm them at this time. There was a legend in a small Japanese village in the mountains where they were renowned for playing very beautiful flute music. That once there was a purple AD carry in his house, but that legend has pretty much been forgotten by now.
Silent Knight farming up this bot lane very well, trying to keep ahead.
Hell, he is. Again, we see just a massive disparity between Multi and his opponent in lane. He is down 50 CS here. Is Mikkel going to get jumped on by Super Puppy, but he misses the taunt coming back, trying to turn it around. And this is Silent Knight and Mikkel versus, well, Super Puppy Multi and Easy C. I don't think you can catch them, though.
90 caliber net coming out. Very nice. Slowing Multi.
Well, there's looking over to the mid lane opponents. I mean, just the disparity. Same number of deaths right now, but Sirius Alpaca has double in both kills and assists, and it shows. He's got the Lich Bane, he's got Seeker's Arm Guard, and here comes Board going to get jumped on by Kung Pao Kush and Opiko. They could finally kill this ridiculous unkillable Wizard, but there's a Stand United. Oh, and the taunt onto Opiko. Mbord is now an adorable forest creature. Oh, my goodness. Opiko just looked like he was fleeing. Now he comes back in. Oh, this could be a bad decision. He gets taunted again. But here's the Lulu ultimate. This is a very drawn-out engage because everyone's tanky and no one does damage. Mbord finally going down to Opiko, and it looks like Mikkel will soon follow. This should be the double kill. Over. Ooh. Oh, it will not be. Kung Pao Kush decided he would rather live than die and intervened on his own behalf, taking down Mikkel before the Vorpal Blade could land.
Yeah, that would have been the end of him. Would have been one dead Yordle. Lulu would not have been able to taste purple anymore.
I can tell you what, Shen would have known what it was exactly that she was saying was tasting purple. He was on a mission to find out, and, well, he failed.
What we saw in that top lane was pretty much the kit of Singe. The ability to do constant damage in prolonged fights, which makes him so strong. They just kept running towards him, and yes, it's only 10% slow, but on top of the Glitter Lance, on top of the Polymorph, on top of everything else, it was just constant damage slowly whittling them down. And of course, they have no magic resist. They've only built
you have to
armor.
imagine. Well, I'd have to say that armor is not, well, You've got a couple different threats coming out from Purple side right now. Multi, of course, has a Bloodthirster. He's going to do damage because Jinx is inherently strong, but he's behind on items a great deal. Caitlyn already Infinity Edge, a Zeal, and a Last Whisper right now. She's basically doing true damage crits plus headshot damage to pretty much the entire Purple team. Nobody has armor.
They can't afford to build it, because if they start building defensively now, they're not going to be able to take anyone down on blue team.
Indeed, that is in fact true. In mid lane, oh, here comes a fish. Super Puppy getting jumped on. Doesn't seem to care, even though he's an adorable forest creature. Noitator coming in now, and he just doesn't take damage. What is this? Taric is insane, and the taunt going down on a Kung Pao Kush, and well, Lulu seeing purple for the last time there. And flash taunt from Mikkel. Oh my goodness. Easy C just disappears. Flash over the wall. Here comes the Alpaca going in on the multi. Multi goes down. And then Silent Knight picking up his second kill as they down Super Puppy. 4 members of Purple Team down. This will be an inhibitor.
It's going to be the first inhibitor in the game, but will it stop there? Looks like they're looking to push on these next serves. Taunt comes out, and that's a surrender.
The surrender coming out from Purple Team. A second straight surrender game this evening. Really unfortunate to see. A very solid play coming out of Blue Team this game, and particularly out of Serious Alpaca. Again, 13-5. And this man, he's got to be building himself up a bit of a reputation here. 2 straight 13-kill games.
Very solid play by Sirius there. The ability for him to snowball and pretty much just decimate multi made any type of comeback impossible for Purple Team.
It's the weakness of Jinx. She has no escape, so if you get a good dive on her, it could be the end of a very bad day for her. But that will, again, conclude our scrim. Only a 25-minute game this time, but we got to see some stellar plays out of these 2 teams. But that will wrap this one up. And, this is Comrade Kilbasa and Sky Puma signing off.